Hello, today I wanted to share with you what I keep in my little sketch pouch. This is what I will typically carry with me if I'm going to do any art somewhere not at home, and if I'm doing it at home, this will sit right on my desk. So this cute little pouch is actually made from, I think, kimono fabric, and I got this the last time I was in Japan. It was gifted to me from my husband's family. I really like it. It's a lot thicker than I thought just upon first looking at it. It's really nicely made, and it's actually like double walled, so it might seem kind of crazy to use it for sketching materials, but since art is my life, I figured why not love the bag that I use. So first up we have this tin here, and it is super old. I don't even remember how old it is. It is a Cretacolor pencil tin that had a variety of different pencil hardnesses, but I have, as you can see, it is really old. It's kind of beat up. I have changed what's in it to serve my needs better, and this is kind of what I often keep in here. This is what it used to have in it, but over time I've had the need to replace things and just customize it more for me. I really like to draw in colored pencils, so I have a red and a blue of the Col-Erase pencils, and I have a general sketch and wash. These are fun to play with as well. You just draw with it, and if you have a wet brush, you can blend things out and give it kind of an inky wash effect. I have a B pencil, a white Prismacolor for highlights, a HB, a 2B woodless pencil, a little ruler, white, it's like a crayon. I don't remember what this is. It might be a NuPastel, I'm not sure. It's quite hard though. Yeah, I can't remember what this is. A blending stump, an ebony pencil, the extra smooth, these are fun, and an H pencil. So I try to keep a good, decent variety for what I do. I don't draw as much as I used to for finished pieces. Most of my drawings just tend to be sketches that I later turn into paintings or something like that. So that's what's in here. Oh, and I forgot to mention the kneadable eraser, which is my favorite type of eraser. I didn't smash it down very well, but that's that. I need to replace this sometime in the near future. I just really like this one, and I like that it has that plastic tray inside because it keeps all my pencils organized and keeps the tips from breaking if they're not shuffling around in there. And this is a Copic multi-liner set that I picked up in Japan last time. This is the disposable set, so you can't refill these, but they're really pretty nice. They're better than I expected, because I knew someone who wasn't terribly fond of them, so I didn't want to invest in the metal casing ones if I didn't know for sure if I liked them, but I do. So next time I'm going to get the refillable type, probably. I also really dig the plastic erasers, so this one is a Pentel Tri eraser, so it's actually very handy. This, as you can see, is a triangle shape, so you have sharp corners pretty much at any time, which helps to get in those fine places. And I really like adding highlights, so I have just the classic Sakura Jelly Roll and a Signo Uniball pen. That one's a bit thicker than the Jelly Roll, and a Posca marker. So it's one of those types. So I have, I think that's a medium, a bit thicker, and then like super thick, so I can have all my highlighting goals or needs met. Sometimes I like to draw with ballpoint pens, so this is just a Pentel RSVP pen in black. I used to think ballpoint pens were really ghetto, and when I draw with them in like high school, I thought that I was kind of wasting it, but turns out ball pens are actually pretty nice. The ink is a lot more durable than I thought. A lot of them are like oil based, so once they're actually fully dried, they don't smear, and they're quite nice. And the blending and shading you can get with them is really neat. I also like this Pentel Finito pen. It has, I guess, like that plastic nib style. I've been really digging brush calligraphy and just brush in general, so this is a Tombow brush pen. I also have a Pentel Sunburst Metallic in medium, and that's literally just silver. I have a gold one too, but I think it stopped working, so I took it out. I have entirely too many mechanical pencils in here for me to be someone who doesn't really enjoy sketching in mechanical pencils anymore. This is a Staedtler 0.5. I have also the Staedtler 0.7 and another mechanical pencil here that has this really neat small twist-up eraser. And this one's nice, probably the only one I should be carrying. This is a 0.7, but I would say that because this metal casing can actually go all the way in, so it won't poke through my bag. These are a little bit dangerous and pointy, so I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't keep them in the special bag. And I also have this mechanical pencil that I picked up in Japan as well. This is a Pilot Dr. Grip, and what's neat about this one is how you advance the lead. So you could do normal, boring, clicky style, or you can just shake it, which also brings out that lead. It also has this little notch in here where I sometimes put little dangly toot charms, but when they get in the way I get frustrated and take them off, only to repeat the process later. Rulers I find super valuable, especially because straight lines are hard and because I like to have nice crisp edges on my work, so I use these for different purposes. The plastic one here has metric and customary, and you can see right through it, so it's really nice to align to the edge of the paper so that I can trace out some borders. And if I have to go over anything with any kind of ink, I like to use the metal one because it's stiff and because I can take the ink off of it a lot easier than I can with the plastic one. And last but definitely not least, I have one of those, the Pentel Pocket Pen. And it is a brush pen that I absolutely love. So it has synthetic fibers right here for the brush, and this barrel here twists open, and you can replace those ink cartridges as necessary. I really love this pen. I love playing with different line weights in one pen. Of course, you can do that with something like this where you can just swap between thin to thick, but there's something just so fluid and organic about having it in one pen and just controlling it yourself, just depending on your pressure. So that's all pretty much the basics in here. I also have an inner pocket here. So in that pocket, or two pockets, I have another bigger kneadable eraser. That doesn't always live in here because I have the one in here. And a sharpener. A good sharpener is invaluable. This is a German-made one, so it's one of those silver metal ones, and it works quite well. But what I especially like about this is keeping the mess contained, because I hate having a lot of particles from those shavings get everywhere. And I know my stuff's like not the cleanest because I use it heavily, and some of the graphite mess is bound to happen, but a sharpener that's enclosed like that really does help. So again, I really love this pouch because of its size. It is not too big, but big enough to have all this stuff in it, which I haven't had one that wasn't obnoxiously huge be able to hold so much. And again, I could probably whittle this down a little bit, but it's nice to have all my go-tos in one spot, whether I am traveling or at home at my desk. So there you have it. There's my sketch pouch.